Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Not the wallet. No, is that a wallet?
It's my Pokemon wallet.
Good, as you should. As you should, darling. Hello, house guests, and welcome to a very, very tired and long, not long, it won't be long, but it's been a long day, episode of The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy, I say something gay. I'm drinking water, obviously, I always have it, but today I'm also drinking Diet Coke.
Ooh, let's go. Let's go McDonald's Diet Coke.
I love her. She's beautiful.
Lana, I believe you are.
I am. And I am. And I was. But now I'm not. And hello. I'm Lana, your resident diva. Here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Purr. And if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up. And yes, it is a very tired Lana today, but it's okay because I am here. I am talking Big Brother because that's all I've been doing since yesterday. So there we go. I have water here. I don't know if I'm going to drink it, but it's been here since yesterday. So
great.
There we go. But if I wasn't drinking water, I'd probably be drinking out of my cup mug, but I don't have it with me because it's in the other room. So it's okay. Y'all know what it look like. Cup mug. Da 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 cup mug. Da 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 cup mug. And if you don't know what it looks like, go check it out at lanagscreations.etsy.com and you can get you one and see what they look like and get one. And we do ship internationally, so there are no excuses.
All kids have one.
All the cool kids have one. All three of us have one. I'm just saying.
That is tea. And hello, everybody. It is Brook, a queer college graduate who plays way too much effing Smash Bros. And now, despite that tag, despite that handle, there has been something that has been gnawing at my brain for the past 2 months. Okay,
Ooh.
I got this wild desire to play Rock Band again.
Oh.
And guess who finally found their sticks?
Not that.
And we are ready. And immediately after this broadcast is over, I'm playing Rock Band, and I'm so stoked. But regardless, it is OG Rock Band 2 on the 360. You know, bringing the classics out for the people. And I am so ready to talk about Big Brother 25, aka Big Brother Chaos, aka Big Brother Messyverse, aka Big Brother
Madness.
All of that.
All of that. All of that is included in that.
Big Brother 25 Electric Boogaloo, like.
Honestly, all I have to say is if you caught our 12-hour stream talking about pressure cooker, be lucky because it no longer exists.
No.
What happened?
They claimed us, gal. They got us, gal.
They got us. Apparently, they didn't like I guess they can hear the audio from
literally only it's like a 17-minute segment of the entire 12-hour stream. That's all they claimed.
That's crazy.
Was it a Mineral of Death segment?
When you were by yourself.
Oh, because that's all you heard was me by myself.
Probably.
Well, that's fine. Whatever. Okay. The people who watched it, and they know I did it, and so there we go.
The girls that know. And the girls that don't will never know because
it doesn't exist.
But yes, Lana was a trooper and was up literally all night with the pressure cooker. Pressure cooker is now over. We will talk about who won.
Mm-hmm.
But first, we have to ever so briefly talk about our Wednesday and Thursday episode because all I really want to talk about is what's happening now. So Wednesday, veto.
Veto.
Veto happened.
So can I be honest and transparent right now?
Please do.
I didn't watch Wednesday's episode. I didn't watch it. I did not. I mean, because and I know what the veto was.
I watched the veto.
I saw what the veto was, and I was like, okay. But I didn't watch Wednesday's episode because I was like, it was watching the feeds and then turning around and watching the show. It's kind of like a letdown for me. So I kind of be like, oh, the episodes. I like steer away from. I watch sometimes on Wednesdays, but this Wednesday I just didn't have the energy to do that, and I knew I was gonna be up all night Thursday to watch the episode in pressure cooker. So I just didn't take that time to do that. But
Valid.
I don't know what else y'all had. If it was anything else, I'll jump in when y'all start talking about the veto because that's all I got, girls. That's all I got, ladies. That's all I got.
We had my single favorite diary room look of all time appear on Wednesday.
Ooh.
Was Corey and his blue outfit, the pink, the Timmy Turner look.
Oh,
Turner.
Timmy Turner.
Corey's saga has been a very interesting part of feeds, and I'm mad that it just didn't pop up at all.
Whose saga?
Corey's tanning saga.
Oh, yeah.
The exploration of suntan.
Self-tanning. Yeah, self-tanning.
With our good old Corey Wurtzberger.
Mm-hmm.
Wharton Fields and Burger.
Wharton
Fields, yeah.
Yeah, it's 3 Fields, Jared Fields, Izzy Fields, Felicia Cannon, Washington Fields, and now Corey Wharton Fields.
And Matt
Cannon, Washington.
Matt Fields.
It is definitely Matt Fields.
Matt Fields. With the cousin sometimes of Mimi Fields. Sometimes she's a cousin.
Good day.
On a good day, she's Mimi Fields, but then they send her away to college every so often.
Have y'all seen that saga?
The Proud Family. Oh,
the Proud
Family.
Yes. When they were just like, oh, they did the foreign exchange student America.
I was through. First, it was like Mimi went to college, and so they brought in Matt. Matt Fields came in. Then Matt Fields was out because his mother came and claimed him again. So Matt Fields was gone, but Mimi Fields decided to go to university closer to home so she can be at home. So Mimi Fields is back with the foreign exchange student of America.
Foreign exchange student America.
America, yeah. I was like, oh, they're silly.
Honestly, I just want to talk about the veto. Because it's not the veto we thought it was, but it was a take on one of the more iconic competitions for me.
Yes.
Because they were
who can't remember?
We're going the same place. We're going the same place.
Who can't remember Kathy? Yep.
A sheriff can cuff the bag. I cannot tell if Lana is lagging or if I'm lagging.
It's Lana. It's Lana. It's fine.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it. You know what? It's fine. It is what it is. I immediately was like, Kathy. And the thing I remember the most about the whole Kathy incident is not even Kathy herself. Honestly, it's Brittany Haynes in the diary room replaying the whole thing. She's like, Kathy was so stuck in there. We did not know. And then she got stuck again.
It's that. And then it's also Matt in the diary room saying, how can a sheriff fight crime and cuff the bad guys and then get stuck in a pile of caramel?
God, BB10 is so good.
Oh, that's 12.
Is that 12?
That's 12. That's 12.
BB12 is so good.
They're both great. 10 is
Clown Shoe. Clown Shoe.
That's 13. That's 13.
God damn it. There's a reason why 4 is my favorite season. Back in 90.
Oh god, Clown Shoe is such a satisfying Big Brother moment. But moving on.
But yeah, so they have to transport. They have to like sit on a toilet, and then the egg comes out, and then they take the egg through the molasses. Okay, like
Sure. Yeah, I mean, hey,
party.
you know what? If that is what it took for the right person
to get backdoor.
Back door with the toilet, that's very ironic. But regardless, as mentioned, Jag had one veto.
Jag wins. I will say Cameron was pretty close.
Mm-hmm. I mean, either way, regardless of who won that veto, I don't believe the outcome of the week would have changed.
I think anyone who won the veto would have done the same thing.
So yeah, with the only exception being Cameron would have taken himself off instead of Jag, and that
exactly.
Yeah. But then, so Jag does the world's most obvious thing and uses the veto on himself.
What?
No. Okay, to be fair, it has happened 2 times where the person was on the block and didn't use the veto on themselves.
That's Big Brother Canada.
It happened US?
Canada, one was US. No, how could I forget? No, I remember.
Marcellus and Matt on BB19, he won the veto and didn't take himself off. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's also happened on Canada, I believe.
Yes.
Pretty shocked.
Felicia then puts a certain someone on the block, as we knew and expected. Heisem on the block.
And for the longest time, we did not know whether Heisem was going home.
I mean, I'll be real. Up until we got to Cerie's vote last night, I
didn't know. Yeah, I was like, Cerie is going to be the one where I'm like, okay, I know where the vote's going.
Mm-hmm. Well, because the way they did it, I think, and they did it on purpose, was the people that we knew no matter what were going to vote Heisem out were the people that went first, right? And then they start the end part of the vote with Cerie, and it was either Cerie votes to send home Cameron, and then everybody collectively wipes out Heisem, right? And everybody collectively wipes out Cameron. It's this really close, like 6-5 vote, or it's just a unan on Heisem, and well,
Julie, for all of the chaos and shenanigans that have been happening on this damn season, the fact that it's been 3 unanimous votes in a row to start the season, kind of wild.
I mean, true. I mean, like the chaos has been there, right? And we've been seeing all of these like random weird thoughts pop in people's head. I mean, really, out of the 3 weeks, we've only had 1 week where the target was like set and nothing really changed.
Yeah.
Which was week 1. And week 2 and week 3, we've had this back and forth drama of Cameron O'Reilly, Cameron or Heisem. And it seemed like a lot of times all 3 of them could have been going home at any point. But, you know, it is the way it is. Heisem, I cannot wait to see you on Challenge USA 3. And, yeah.
So, I mean, that's honestly it. Really.
Oh, that is not it. Because at the end of the episode, after they start Pressure Cooker, we get told about a new America's Vote situation happening.
It's time for America's Vote.
Not that America's Vote.
Tyson.
True. Yeah, she voted for Tyson. But the other America's Vote that we're now getting
America's Vote.
Yeah, it is from our good friends in the comic verse. It is the superpower of invincibility. And then at any point in the next 2 weeks, they can stop an eviction from happening. So it's basically like the Big Brother equivalent of an immunity idol is what it's
the halting hex.
Rise, eviction night dies. Halting hex rise, eviction night dies.
Exactly.
This is going to be one of those, it either happens and we don't get a battle back, or it happens and we do. It doesn't happen and we do get a battle back.
Well, I've always been under the impression that since they're not doing a pre-jury battle back, I feel like we're getting a jury battle back.
That's what I was thinking too.
So
we've also have 100 days.
Mm-hmm.
We have, and since a certain somebody got expelled, they're gonna have to stall for time any way they can. So
I think that's why this popped up. I don't necessarily know that this was planned.
Yeah.
Or if it was planned, maybe it was planned later in the season.
Mm-hmm.
Have we voted?
I voted.
I did.
I also voted.
Mm-hmm.
I voted live this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I voted second. They announced the thing on the episode last night.
Good.
I voted as soon as we got off the podcast. Mm-hmm.
So did anyone split their votes, or did we all put them on all 10 on one
I
person?
split.
I put all of mine on one person.
I also put all of mine on one person.
How boring.
I don't care because I want this one person to get all the votes, all of them, all the time.
I think Mimi is more than comfortably going to be in the top 4, so I'm not worried.
That's great.
And
that's who I voted. And I knew America was going to get comfortably be in the top. And I knew I know Suri was going to be comfortably in the top. So I was like, I'm not going to worry about.
Matter if who's going to. So the twist of it all, it's not an automatic vote.
Right.
The top 4 vote getters will then secretly, individually compete.
Right.
For the opportunity to get this power.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that because I think if we were going straight on votes, Suri wins.
Free.
Probably.
So I like that there's a little bit of balance and they're not just automatically giving it to Suri. I think it would be interesting to see Suri win this comp just in case something happens. I was going to say in the next 2 weeks, but realistically more so now next week. And we'll talk about that a little bit more when we get to live feeds. But like, it's kind of like, I feel very comfortable saying that Mimi, America, and Suri are going to get votes and be in that top 4. I don't know who the 4th is going to be.
Oh, it's going to be Corey. Based off of what I'm seeing on Twitter, I have seen so many people like telling people like, yeah, vote for Corey, vote for Corey, vote for Corey.
Sure. Casuals, though, are voting as well. And I think Matt is going to be a very hefty amount of casual voters because casuals love Matt. And they feel bad that he's not getting a fair shot. And so I can see Matt also slipping in that 4. I can see Corey slipping in that 4. But I can also see Matt slipping in that 4. I'll
be honest, I'm more thinking Mimi's going to be out of the 4 than Corey based off of what I'm seeing on Twitter. I haven't seen a bunch of people saying, other than like 2 or 3 people saying they're voting for Mimi. I've seen a lot.
Have you? No, you don't. Look, your timeline ain't my timeline because, baby, everybody on my timeline is voting Mimi and America.
Everybody black is voting Mimi.
Mimi in America. Like, Mimi in America is getting a lot of votes because my timeline is full of Mimi votes.
It's very interesting because I'm seeing both of those things that you're talking about. I'm seeing Corey, but I'm seeing a lot of
I'm seeing Corey as well. And I'm seeing Corey. I'm seeing a lot of Mimi. I'm seeing a lot of America. I'm seeing people are like, I don't care what y'all say. I'm voting Suri, even though I know I'm voting Suri. So, and then I see a lot of people saying I'm voting Matt because,
all we can say is that it ain't going to be Cameron. It ain't going to be Red. Like Bowie. It's
not going to be Bowie.
No.
Not going to be like any of those people, probably.
I could see a universe maybe
Felicia. Oh no, and well, casuals might do Jared because they don't see everything. Feed people are not getting Jared.
The feedsters are not. No. Which speaking of, we got confirmation of someone in the house who is a feedster, which is a term only really used by Hamster Watch. So we know that she's a real fan. And that's America, which just makes me even happier.
But America was being very suspicious to me if she was a feedster and a super fan during this competition, because she kept saying things like, "Oh, they're not showing this competition on feeds or anything." I was like,
I mean, but the thing about that is she knows that things like this either get majorly blocked or aren't on feeds at all. So, like, I can understand where she's coming from. She also might not necessarily want people to know how much of a super fan she is. I don't think she's fully disclosed that to most people in the house.
Oh, no, everybody knows she's a super fan.
Really?
Because everybody was like, oh, America knows everything about Big Brother. She knows all the stuff. She knows everything. Corey knows everything. They call her the like Big Brother encyclopedia. Corey is the Big Brother encyclopedia. They like Felicia watched every episode of every season.
And
so
none of them knew that Kaser got evicted during the
well.
pressure cooker.
I think Corey and America knew, but they were like, "We're not going to correct these fools."
That's what I thought too. It definitely seemed like to me it was one of those like, yeah, we'll just agree with this because correcting people here doesn't really matter. Do we really think any of these people know who Jennifer is? No.
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 I mean, and no offense to Jennifer, but these people don't know because they all recruits. They have not watched your season, so they just don't know. But I wouldn't have took the time to correct them either. Let them think Kaser won, and sure, great, Kaser won, because in most people's eyes, Kaser should have just stayed on that thing and won anyways. So let them think that Kaser won. Yep. And by the way, Kaser looked amazing.
Father.
I was like, Kaser, sir.
He only is getting better with age.
Better. You know, a lot of people say that, but you know, I feel like Kaser is on that people of color thing where, you know, we say black don't crack, well, brown don't frown either, baby, because he is looking delicious.
Nice save there. I was like, I don't know what she's gonna come up with, but all right.
We don't frown on brown at all, baby, not at all, because he was daddy. Okay, sorry.
So pretty.
Oh, so good.
But yeah, like honestly, it's really, in my opinion, between those 5 people, maybe 6 if Felicia slides in there. I feel like a lot of the people that would be voting for Felicia are just going to vote for Suri, though. And I do worry that she's not going to. It's like the American Idol split vote of it all, of like these people. Like, if you like Suri, you like Felicia. And it's one of those things of like, if people split their vote between them, cool. But I feel like a lot of them are just going to go, ooh, 10 votes on Suri, and be like, Felicia's fine.
Because they know I think. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think the people that would vote Izzy would also vote Suri. So I feel like that's
because I feel like they'll think Suri will know how to use it best. She will use it best for the group, and they don't know if Izzy or Felicia will know how to use it properly. Because, you know, sometimes you get power and people don't know how to use it. And that's what a lot of people are scared of, that the power won't get used because the people who get it won't need it and they won't use it on somebody else. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like if America got it, and let's just say Corey ended up on the block and she wasn't on the block, even though I think if Corey ends up on the block, she ends up on the block next to him. Agreed. So she'll definitely use it. Same thing with Mimi. If Mimi is up on that block, which is possible always because people always got her name in their mouth for some reason or another, she can end up on the block. Maybe not this week, but maybe next week.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Like, I don't.
Who knows?
But
what we do know, though.
But Suri, she could possibly get it and have to use that thing this week if something goes down the way it might possibly go down.
I do worry if it's a competition for the power.
Mm-hmm. It is a competition. So
it is a competition. I do worry that like Suri's gonna get in there, right? And since they're saying it's an individually done comp, it's not gonna be like a 4-person quiz or anything like that. It could be a mental comp, we don't know. But if it's something, I mean, let's be honest, Suri, not exactly known for her challenge prowess. We talked about it before.
No, but
so,
I'm viewing this, and again, I don't know what the comp is going to be, but I'm viewing this along the same lines of those like first few week team comps that they did on 23.
Mm-hmm.
The shuffleboard, like all of where we got. That's a good twist.
That's a good twist.
I'm thinking along the lines because they're probably going to use that room.
Yeah, sure.
For this comp, so I'm envisioning something along those lines.
Maybe
and I think in that case, I think Suri might actually stand a shot.
Because it could be that thing. Remember the thing with Janelle lost by seconds to Tyler in All Stars, where the sliding up the thing and running and sliding the cups down the shuffleboard thing. It could be something like that. Suri could possibly pull that off.
Suri has done well in comps like that on Survivor.
Mm-hmm.
So anything is really possible, but
Or what if they gave us a Caitlyn puzzle?
Please,
could
please
you
give us the Caitlyn puzzle.
imagine? Could you imagine if they gave us the Caitlyn puzzle? Oh my god!
You know who would kill it? America.
America. I'm just
America. She'd be like, chop, chop.
not one of the most iconic moments in movie history.
I would
Money
like.
is so good for so many reasons.
I
Like,
would love that. Give us a Caitlyn puzzle, but I do.
Ouch.
it's not.
It's not what oh. But I would love. I definitely see the lines of like the 23 shuffleboard thing, or the count the room, look at the
take a room sort of situation,
or even the whole laser beam got a break free kind of thing like they did on All Star. So any of those could make a comeback, and it'd be like, okay, here we go.
Am I wrong in saying that they did a laser beam comp on the Traders, or was that on the Mole?
They did on the Mole, I think. Yeah, you think of the Mole.
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting my shows mixed up. Regardless,
both of them were good shows, so
exactly. Mole, exactly. Sari should be on everything. Okay?
I think she should be on the Mole for real.
I think she should be on Amazing Race.
I agree.
Imagine Sari on the Mole, and she's not the Mole.
She's not the Mole. Everybody would think she's the Mole.
It's a guaranteed win.
Yes, because everybody will assume she's the Mole immediately. And I think she would do stuff to make people think she is the Mole. Like, yeah. Or she would just lose competitions and people were like, she can't be this bad at competition. She's like, no, I'm really trying. I just can't win them. It is what it is.
Y'all just watch my 4 seasons of Survivor. I'm not good at this.
Like, please keep guessing me as the Mole.
A balance beam.
A dragonfly?
A dragonfly.
Okay.
But yes.
So,
well, that's all we got. But first.
Oh, Thursdays.
No, we already did that.
We did Thursday already.
Yeah, we're at live feeds, darling.
All right, lovely. I missed all the nonsense.
While you were gone, we talked about the entire eviction because nothing much happened.
Good, because that was I didn't really want to talk about all that.
The apology tour happened. It didn't work. Moving on.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
So we're gonna talk pressure cooker. We're gonna decompress the pressure cooker. But we're gonna give you all a few moments. So thank you so much for joining us. If you do not want live feed spoilers, bye. Bye. Goodbye.
Subscribe.
3, 2,
Subscribe. 1. Okay.
Okay, so when this comp ended, I thought we were in the worst timeline. And from what I understand,
we are
not. And all I have to say is thank God for Legend 25.
Okay. Should we talk about the actual comp? And whatever.
Yeah, so pressure cooker happened. It went 30 seconds under the record.
Mm-hmm. And all of you people out here saying these modern day house guests would never go that long in a comp like pressure cooker. I mean, technically you were correct, but you were off by several hours.
Right. We were thinking 3-6 hours tops.
Yeah.
No, these people went 13. They almost went 14 full hours, and that's insane. Insane. Because I personally would never go 14 hours in anybody's comp. Sorry, not me.
Wow.
But I felt like I was in this comp because I watched all freaking 14 hours of this comp.
Lana won pressure cooker.
Oh,
I mean,
I felt like I was in it, but
yeah.
It was interesting, and I will say, watching it was very interesting sitting there and seeing, like, just waiting and hoping somebody would drop. Somebody drop. And then, like, when we weren't even asking for people to drop, Sari and Jared just dropped, and we were like, what the heck happened? Didn't even know. Didn't even realize they dropped. And Sari didn't even realize. She was like, I didn't even do anything.
So from what I've seen, I don't know if this is right, but I think this is what happened was Sari dropped first, and Suri dropped. So a friendly reminder: whenever they dropped, they had to open an envelope.
Mm-hmm.
Prize was like a 6-pack of like
Warm beer.
Yeah. And then Jared dropped pretty soon after that.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time somebody dropped, they would cut the feeds for a little bit so they could open the envelope and get their prize, which I'm assuming they're trying to save for the live show.
Yes.
And Jared's envelope opened up a pit of snakes in the middle of the comp, which, hey, I'm fine with it because it's not like they have the snakes crawling all over the place. Like, they were in a contained area.
Okay, but like, why are we still using live animals? It's 2023.
T.
I mean, because if they serve no purpose, why are we doing that? Because they literally serve no purpose but sitting in this pit in the middle of the thing. It didn't crawl out. They didn't go out. Like, I was like, I'll be more scared if it's like, it's a risk. We're going to open the thing and the snakes are going to come out. Then I'm like, oop, I'm pushing the button and let me out of here. But there was no way that was happening because no, you're not doing that in 2023 on national TV with live animals. You're just not doing that. So what was the purpose? What was the reason for the snakes? There was none.
Big brother. That's the reason. They do crap like this all the time.
But so they go out and I'm like, okay, sure. That was interesting and crazy. But then we don't get nobody else to drop till 3 hours later. Almost 4. And it was Izzy. And we're like, oh, Izzy. First of all, let me just say, Izzy gave us a show on them feeds, baby. Every time them lights went out, Izzy.
It was Izzy and Blue. We're all just
they were giving us everything.
It was delightful. And the other thing that was really funny about all of that too was I remember right after Suri got out, she said, Izzy, you need to stop dancing. You're going to let go of the button. And look at what happened. She kept dancing, and she danced a bit too far, and she let go of the button.
Yeah.
Mr. Domin, truly.
And then go in the house and start crying about how she could have stayed on there longer. She didn't give her best, and I didn't do the best. I was like, well, then you should have stopped dancing.
I'm going to be really honest, y'all. I'm getting sick of Izzy.
Dude.
Welcome to the world. Because I've been sick of Izzy.
I mean, I'll be honest, the only reason I'm even supporting Izzy winning comps is because it'll keep Serene Felicious.
Exactly. Exactly. 100%. I'm like, at the point, I'm like, Serene, the second you can give, I'm on the board with Jared on this one. The second you can get Izzy out of this house, you need to do this. Because get Jared out too. Like, Jared needs to go too.
Can you imagine if Izzy and Jared went in a double?
I would love it.
I would be perfectly fine with that. Perfectly fine with that. But like Suri would never. She literally told Jared today she would sacrifice her game for him. And I'm like, absolutely not, Miss Fields. Absolutely not. You are still Suri Fields. Even though she talked about I know I've done this. I've been on these things and I will give up I'm like, no, ma'am. We did not wait for you to get on this show for you to sacrifice for your son. We got waited for you to get on this show so we can watch you cut your son and be like, this is the Suri Fields we know and love. Period.
Sarah Easton of Big Brother, do it. So we get that, and when Izzy goes, Izzy opens up this envelope. I think it was very ironic because when Izzy leaves, they start playing this really loud metal music, like screamo, like you can make out what they're saying. There's strobe lights, kind of like there's strobe flashlights. I guess the spotlights would be like the right word for it. And then we just keep going for another 4 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah. So we dropped at 8.5, and won. But we want a pressure cooker.
Pressure cooker.
Like
an actual pressure cooker. It was the best prize I think you could give in this whole thing because I don't care what you gave, money, home entertainment system, and Bowie got the best prize because who can say they got a pressure cooker while playing pressure cooker?
Bowie Jane.
I love it. I lived for it.
And again, this is 8 hours.
8 hours in.
Comp, and we've only lost 4 people. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I knew this comp was gonna go a while, but my room was like, no, I'm gonna take a nap. I couldn't push anymore.
Yeah. So Matt drops about an hour later, and 1 dead flies.
Yeah, he opened an envelope of flies, and they were all dead except 2. 2 of them survived. I was like, why are we putting flies in an envelope? But okay.
Letting them die.
And then just after 10 hours, Red dropped out because he twisted his ankle.
He twisted his ankle.
What is it with people in this house and having ankle issues? First Felicia and now Red.
That's crazy. It's the curse of Jasmine.
The curse of Jasmine.
It still lingers in the house.
Blindside Butterbeans.
But then it could be the curse of Christmas because Christmas started it, then Jasmine got it, then Halloween, Thanksgiving, Arbor Day, Flag Day. That don't ring a bell.
No.
National Pizza Day.
No.
Halloween. The person dating Nashville, married to Nashville.
Gatlinburg. She's married to Gatlinburg.
I don't know that.
Memphis. To Taylorsville. I don't know.
So,
you don't know? I never heard of. Okay, I mean that's fine. Everybody don't need to know them. They're not that important.
No.
Chattanooga. Mm-hmm.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Pigeon Forge.
No.
Okay, got it.
Anyway,
Anyway.
a home entertainment system. And only a year of Paramount Plus.
Yep.
Janelle is cackling somewhere in the distance, holding her lifetime subscription to Netflix.
I hope she still has her lifetime subscription.
Well, DVD rentals from Netflix in like a month, like finally formally ended. And I hope Janelle has just been secretly like, ooh, I'm gonna order this random DVD from Netflix.
Just order all these DVDs and never give them back. Just like keep them all.
But yeah, Red was the only person I kind of felt bad for in the comp because I definitely think he could have longer, and he literally was squatting and he had his hand on the button and then his ankle twisted. He didn't even let go of the button. His knee hit the ground, and that's what got out. And I was like, damn.
But I feel like his knee hit the ground another time before that. He should have been out a long time ago, but they didn't catch it. So I'm like, well, big brother, I feel like that in any wrestling show that I watch, if the ref don't see it, it don't count. So big brother didn't see it, so it didn't count.
Yeah.
So at this point, we have lost half the competitors. We're like 11 hours, 12 hours in at this point. There's 6 left.
Yeah, the next one to drop is Corey at 12-ish, 12 and a half, basically.
Yeah, Corey just fell asleep.
Yeah, Corey literally fell asleep.
He literally just fell asleep.
What was his
name? Go ahead.
He became a have-not.
Yes.
And he had to pick the other 2 have-nots. And then the have-not food for the week is not slop, it's PB&J.
Oh, I did hear about that.
Yes, which I would have been perfectly fine with that. I'm like, pick me for this have-not. I'll sleep in this.
I'll make grilled peanut butter and jelly sandwiches all week.
For sure. I will eat peanut butter.
I love how, I know this is weird talking about because it wasn't the traditional way we saw pressure cooker and BB6, It was in the black box. There were like, the lights were going off and all this other mess. But they did make it feel like pressure cooker in the way of like how it was presented. They kept pretty nostalgic for me. Like I was getting a lot of BB6 flashbacks throughout this comp. I had a really good time.
I had a good time, but then after Corey fell, then Blue fell next. She also fell asleep.
Yeah.
That she told us she fell asleep, and Jag also fell asleep. That's how Jag fell right after Blue. Like we went to Blue, went to the cinnamon roll, and then before we came back, Jag was gone. I was like, "Ooh, well, Jag's gone." So Blue got money. She got $1,000. Good for you, Blue. And then Jag got, what did Jag get? I don't even know what Jag got.
Out of the costume, I think.
I don't think, but they didn't say anything, so I don't even know what Jag got. But anyway,
We'll find
so
out on Sunday.
we'll find out Sunday. So after Jag goes out, it's down to Mimi, America, and Cameron. They asked Cameron about making a deal. Cameron said no. He don't want no deal. He don't want no deal. He wants to sit there. He'll be there all night. And America's like, I got 10 more hours in me. And Mimi was like, fine, then let's do this. Then all of a sudden, the flies started getting to Mimi, and she was swatting, and she fell off a button. Mm-hmm. And Mimi got a meal for 4 for her and 3 of her house guests. So a dinner. So she gets a dinner. We don't know where this dinner is coming from or when it's going to happen, but she got 3 house guests to join her. So I'm like, okay, girl, build up your alliance and build up your friendships with this meal.
Perfect opportunity to build her alliance.
She needs to get Matt. She needs to take Matt with her.
I think she needs to take Matt, one of 3 and Felicia.
Yes.
And someone else.
Someone else. Maybe America.
Ooh, yeah.
To solidify America with her. But she needs to do it strategically and smart. She needs to get Sari on her side, because if you get Sari on your side, you got Felicia and you got Izzy. You got all of them.
Sari, Matt, America is kind of like a pretty good combination.
Yeah, I hope she thinks about that. But yeah, and so then
okay, so what Jag got was they unleashed a perfume,
all the smell
into the pressure cooker, and the perfume smelled like sewage.
Yeah, it was smelly stuff.
Jag got out, which that all 3 times, well, not all 3 times, 2 of the 3 times when the people left the pressure cooker, it got worse to be in the pressure cooker. Because Izzy, when she left, was when the metal happened, and then when Jag leaves, you get the sewage mess.
Yeah, so that's what that is. And so then America and Cameron are there. Mimi apparently goes to the bathroom after they let her out to go to the bathroom. And so America and Cameron were able to strike up a deal while Mimi was gone. Yeah. And Cameron assured America that she would be safe and she would not be the replacement nominee if she gave up, if she let him have it.
And he also promised that for Corey too. And we saw America and Corey like make a final 2 the other day, and it's already paying off for both of them, really.
Right.
And then we're going, and then America's got her hand on the button, and she goes to switch hands. Don't know if she did it on purpose or not. I think it was probably on purpose.
I think it was on purpose. I think she accepted the deal and was like, I don't know what happened. Oh no, my hand slipped. But Cameron is the HOH. Yep. And I will say this. After spending 14 hours watching this HOH competition go, I have never felt so deflated in my life. I was like, America's going to do it. Mimi's going to do it. America's going to do it. Mimi's going to do it. Okay, Mimi's not going to do it, but America's going to do it. America's going to do it. Oh, Cameron. It's Cameron. But then we get in the house. Cameron automatically just instantly moves his stuff upstairs. Like quickly. He didn't have to. He was like, I'm already packed because I was about to go out the door.
Literally.
So I'm just taking all my stuff upstairs. That's what I'm doing. I don't blame him either, because he's like, eventually I'm gonna get this room. I'm gonna just take everything I have upstairs. I'm not gonna unpack to pack and take it upstairs. I'm just gonna take it upstairs, leave it in the little lounge area until it's time to go in. Fine. But then Cameron puts on his robe and his cowboy hat, his own personal robe, because he's not in the HOH room, by the way. His own personal robe and his cowboy hat. And the HOH-itis is already kicking in, and he ain't even made it in the room yet. But here is where I was like, you know what, Cameron? I don't mind that you HOH.
I thought this was the darkest timeline. I was like, we're getting Sari and Felicia noms.
With the Mimi back door in case.
No, I was like, he is gonna somehow put up all 4 black people in one week. was really just like, oh God.
I was like, oh,
Put up
no.
Jared. Put up Jared.
Put Jared up, that's fine. But if Jared is up there next to Serene, Serene's going to go home.
Exactly.
She's going to tell them to send her home.
All 4 of them to be up at some point this week, even though that's not possible. But then they all take a nap.
Yes, as they should.
And then Cameron gets to talking. And thank God for Legend 25, because
paying in dividends.
I would say probably 90% sure what the noms are going to be right now, because he keeps having the same conversation.
Yes.
And a Jag and Blue are going up. And I was like, what?
I think it's kind of shook, not even because of Legend 25 or any of that, you know, like, I'm just surprised he went for Jag and Blue, and not even for, like, Bowie, or, like, that was the one I was surprised.
Well, Bowie been putting in the work with Cameron.
Oh yeah, Bowie is probably the safest person this week, other than
Red.
Red.
Yes, because Cameron and Red and Bowie are like that thing.
Now.
They got thing. So she's super safe. But see, this is what I'm like. Who would have thought that Cameron was gonna be like, you know what? I've learned from Heisem's mistake, and I am not going to go inward before they can switch and turn it on me. And 2 times they put me on the block. 2 times they told me I was safe, and 2 times I was safe. I have no beef with them, honestly.
So
he's not.
He said he was going after what was left of the Riley side of the house, basically. Except not Matt, because he's close to Matt now. So we are expecting Jag and Blue nominations. Now, what happens if the veto gets used? Not a single clue.
I'll tell you who. Possibly.
That just got talked about on feeds about like 10 minutes ago.
It might be a possible Jared at this point.
Fine. Great. Love it.
Because here's the thing. Cameron thinks Sari is weary of Jared. and Miss Felicia is the one keeping Jared close to her. And so in order to break up the Felicia Jared thing, and in order to break up the Blue Jared connection, Jared will be the potential backdoor nominee if the veto is used.
Fine with me.
I mean, if Jared goes on the block, which, I mean, honestly, based on the conversation that Jag just had with Cameron, right, it seems like it could end up being Jared and Blue and not Jag and Blue, which, if that happens and Jag wins the veto, he'll take Blue off, and then the back door could be whoever. So, I mean...
that scares me.
The difficulty there is, I think the back door then is Mimi.
Right.
And then Mimi goes home.
Yes.
Maybe not, though, because...
Jared versus Mimi goes home.
Mimi goes home because Sari is going to make sure everybody on that side votes for Mimi to go.
Theoretical world, we have Sari, Felicia, Izzy would vote for Mimi to go home free, right? At that point, Corey probably would too.
America would probably talk Corey into not letting Mimi go.
Mm-hmm. And I think those two are going to vote for Jared in that timeline. I think Red is probably going to vote for Jared, and I think Bowie's probably going to vote for Jared.
Yeah.
So it would come down to Matt, which that's so...
I think Matt keeps Jared.
Yeah, it depends
Matt
on...
and Mimi have no game relationship
at all. Matt was literally talking about putting Mimi up if he won.
To me, I feel like it's less that he has no relationship with Mimi or Jared. It's more about, like, he wants to keep a relationship with Jag and Blue because he still has a relationship with them. And if he has a relationship with Cameron, he might just do whatever Cameron wants.
This is why I think Mimi needs to take Matt on this dinner so she could establish a relationship with Matt. Mm-hmm. And establish something with him. So she's like, look, I know we haven't had a chance to talk because we have not been in this, in the circles to do that instead of out in the group. But I want to talk to you more so you can get to know each other more and we can build a relationship in this house. Now, if I think if even I really feel like if he does Jared and Blue, and one of them come down, not by Jag, Jag goes up. I still think Jag goes up.
Sure.
Jag will have to play the veto, win the veto, and then take Blue down. But if Jag does not play the veto or win the veto, and Blue happens to come down, or Jared happens to come down, Jag goes up.
Yeah, I agree. It's just the scenario of if Jag is not on the block and if Jag wins veto, Mimi goes up.
It's the same idea as if Heisem wins the veto, takes down whoever, what's going to happen.
But then, even if, because there's always a situation where if Jared wins the veto, takes himself down, Jag goes up.
Oh, 100%.
And it's just the moving parts have to move right.
And this is, again, why Big 5 has been so compelling to watch, is because most of the time, these are not options. You know, we don't normally talk about, like, if so-and-so wins and so-and-so wins, who's going up on the block behind them, because most of the time it's one of these three people is going home every single week, and at least historically from, like, 16 up until 23, probably, I mean, even a little bit in 23, you know?
And we...
Such a great season.
And you know what else we got to think about? What if who wins this power? What if Mimi wins the power and Mimi's on the block? She's going to use it and keep herself there. And all of, this eviction just doesn't happen. It could all
be for nothing.
It could all be for nothing. So I'm like, oh.
Now, here's my question. This is something they didn't really say in the episode yet or not. Do you think if the eviction gets canceled, the person who was HOH is going to get to play HOH again? Because when the coup d'etat got used on Shima got to play in the next HOH, but I don't remember if after the halting hex got used, if whoever was HOH that we got to play again or not. I don't remember.
Paul, I don't think he did.
Let me look.
I don't think he did, but I could be wrong. But who knows when it comes to like things like that? I just wanted it because if we think how it's going, Mimi might be an option to be in this competition. She could win it, or she could not win it. It's so many options right now, but the fact that the potential noms right now could be Jag and Blue makes my heart happy. And I feel like Cameron was even saying something like, if Jag goes home, that's a big win for me. If Blue goes home, it's a win, but not as big. So he really wants Jag to go. So I'm kind of hoping he just sticks to the plan of putting Jag and Blue up and, seeing what happens there. And let Jag go be the backup nom. And then Blue goes home if Jag wins. You know what I'm saying?
If it's Jared Blue, we think Blue?
Blue goes home. Well, let's count it out. Because Matt, Jag, so 3 will vote for Jared. Corey would vote for Jared.
For sure.
Right. Matt, Jag, and who?
Oh, my 3, the 3 I said initially was Sari, Felicia, Izzy.
That's Jared. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
So who's Blue? Who's Blue?
I never said 3 for Blue.
Oh, I thought you said 3 automatically for Blue. I'm sorry.
One automatic, which is Jag.
So Blue, Jag, and Matt, Blue. That's 2. So 3, 4, 3, 2. I think Mimi.
America probably vote
Jared. Blue vote Blue out.
And that's enough.
That's it. I think Blue goes because I think Mimi will vote for Blue to go. I think Red will vote for Blue to go.
You only need 6, so that's it.
Yeah, Blue goes.
It will really depend on where Red and Cameron are at the end of the week, because we've seen, already the conversations happen with Cameron and Jag, where Cameron said, hey, ideally, because apparently his target is Blue from what I'm seeing right now.
I've only seen that he hasn't been targeting anyone specifically.
Well, because after that conversation with Jag, apparently he said, ideally, you'll be here next week and we can work together, right? So to me, that means his target is Blue.
I think he's just saying that to Jag, just like they told Heisem, or they told Jag, you'll be here next week if everything goes as planned. I think he's still he's a target, but he don't want to be like, you're my target.
Mm.
Because then that puts that fire on the Jag to like definitely win that veto and da da da. Who knows with Cameron? We don't know because he's such all over the place. We just don't know.
We could also see, and I know Corey was talking about it, we could also see a renom of Izzy. And I think that's very much so in the realm of possibility because of the way Izzy reacted to Cameron winning HOH. And I'm honestly surprised Izzy isn't going immediately up on the block.
Yeah.
But,
and if Izzy is sitting in next to either Blue or Jag, I don't know. Izzy probably stays.
I think, what about the scenario? Ooh, hypothetical scenarios. What if by the end of the week it's Jared and Izzy?
Oh, Izzy's gone.
Izzy's gone.
Izzy's gone free.
But Izzy probably will have. Izzy will spill the secret though.
I don't think so. I think Jared goes.
Well, it depends on if Izzy.
I think people are going to see Jared as a bigger comp threat.
Maybe.
Than Izzy is. And I think at this point, you don't want those kind of people in jury. Because I think right now, most people think of Izzy as like just under the wing of Sari and isn't really dangerous on her own.
But Sari won't vote for Izzy. Felicia probably won't vote for Izzy if Sari's not voting for Izzy because
I think honestly, I think Jag votes out Jared. I think Matt might vote out Jared. I think Red votes out Jared.
I think Corey votes out Jared after
Corey votes out Jared. I think America votes out Jared.
That's 5. I mean, that's a tie immediately, minimum. And we know Cameron, honestly, I think for his game, it'd be better to get rid of Jared than it would be Izzy. So, I mean, again, it all depends on, 1, if he sees this. 2, if this scenario occurs. So, I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, we're just talking through. Look, I feel like we're in the house. We're in the house, and we're Izzy and Sari just going over every single option that could possibly have. Scenarios.
We are Sari, Felicia, and Izzy in this moment.
Yes. It's so crazy, but who knows? All we can do is wait and see, and we're gonna go back to live feeds because we don't know what the heck is gonna happen. Nominations probably tomorrow. Maybe later tonight.
Everything will be tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's a bit late for the nominations today, but they could do it later tonight, honestly.
I think normally when they have endurance comps go this long, they let them have the next day and then sleep on it. And then because normally they sleep on it and then nominations are the next day. So I'm going to assume we're just going to get noms in the early morning tomorrow, and then we'll get veto tomorrow evening.
Yeah.
I think the schedule will stay the same.
Yeah, because I feel like with them having so much more space since no other shows are pretty much being produced on that lot, they have more space to do more comps and put them more places.
Have the veto built off-site already.
Of course. So they probably got more stuff, more time. So yeah, veto nomination ceremony early tomorrow morning, veto pool that afternoon, and then the veto comp that evening.
Yep. Which means our schedule stays the same.
So
we will be back Monday at 6 Eastern to talk about whatever the heck happens this weekend, and it's probably going to be chaos.
We love to see it.
Everything in this house is chaos.
Chaos.
Everything is chaos. Thank you for joining us. We're going to not be live on YouTube anymore. That sounds nice.
It's been a long
Lana.
I left you.
So, do all the things. Hit the buttons.
Subscribe.
Follow us on things. Subscribe. Bye.
Cheers. And always remember to expect the unexpected.
Because someone's always watching.